Good evening. My name is Arthur Acioli Rosa. I am the former president of the Brazilian Society of Radiotherapy. And now I start the launch ceremony of the Solar Federation, which is the Federation of the Latin American Societies of Radiotherapy. We have simultaneous interpretation for English and Spanish, and due to the greater representation of Spanish speakers, we are going to make the celebration in this language. I thank you for your understanding for my Portuguese. For my bad Spanish, since Portuguese is my mother tongue. First of all, I would like to make a formal acknowledgement of the board of the Solar, which is composed by the National Societies of Radiotherapy, for the opportunity for being here as an MC, conducting this event as the former president of Brazilian Radiotherapy Society, as well as a member of this movement that today culminates with the creation of this federation. Once again, I'd like to thank publicly the honor of being able to carry out the ceremony. Solar started around the year 2017, 2018 through an interaction among the presidents of societies that coincided in medical international events with the understanding that it was necessary a greater approximation among our societies, since many of the problems were common as well as the solutions. So this is why we if the solutions were approached cooperatively, they would be more likely to be successful. Here we have the project of the WhatsApp group in 2019. So between 17 and 22, this idea was developed in a an ideal model until 2023. We had the first president's meeting with the representation of many Latin American countries. In 2024, we have a second president's meeting, which took place in Huatulco, Mexico, which consolidated the movement even further. And now in 2025, we formalize the creation of this federation called Solar. Now, I would like to share some images of the first meeting in Rio de Janeiro, where the idea was to bring efforts together for the radiotherapy in Latin America. After Rio, many meetings online took place monthly with the challenge of the idea of discussions, especially about what would be the best model for the society to work. Then we came to the understanding that strong national societies would reach stronger results. Further on, we had the second meeting in Hualtuco, Mexico, which confirmed the path to the federation that we celebrate today. Here, we present some photos of the Hualtuco meeting with integration, protagonism, and vision of the future. Also, we would like to share two documents that formalize the existence of Solar. First is an open letter that was sent to the national governments as well as all of the stakeholders of each one of the countries, in addition to international institutions where this movement was being raised. Then we created an MOU, which is a document that organizes regulates the functioning of our organization. That it is important to highlight that to be a member of Solar and access to all of the benefits that we're building, all you need to do is to be a member of a national society without any bureaucracy, without any additional cost. For example, as a member of the Brazilian Society of Radiotherapy, with my national commitments, I am automatically a member of the Solar Society, and I have access to all of its benefits directly and indirectly. With this condition, today we are 1,700 experts, accounting all taking into account all of the national members. The basic structure of solar is organized from projects. Once a project comes up which can be developed, this project is sent to the board that will recognize or not its importance. If approved, then it will receive a stamp from Solar, and then it will start to be developed with deliveries. Benefits, mutual benefits for the Latin America radiotherapy community. They need to be respected and reinforced that all of the projects to be accepted, they must bring these benefits. All of the financing of the projects are a responsibility of the sponsoring society, which facilitates the functioning of the activities by generating independence, but at the same time, accountability for each initiative. All of the initiatives of Solar are done collectively. All of the national presidents are legitimate leaders who represent Solar. And with that, we present to you the current board composed by the president of the national societies and the current mandates and representatives of countries where there are radio societies. Their representatives have work time, and one of our efforts is to support the creation of national societies in these countries that are smaller. Now, let me give you some examples of projects. The solar website that we are launching today is an initiative that is led by the Brazilian Society of Radiotherapy with the support of Chile. We have all the projects that include an assessment of radiotherapy in Latin America, an assessment of cost in radiotherapy, also an assessment on human resources, course on radio biology, countering and planning workshop, as well as RT in physics. Even though today we launch Solar officially, we have already started to interact with international organisms. In March in Vienna, we also joined the Icaro 4 event by IAEA, where we presented posters, and we also participated in discussions about regional development. Last week, Dr. Claudia Cabral, former president of Suchira, also joined in an event that was supported by Harvard University and MIT in Boston, in the United States, in a global health course, which she talked about opportunities in our region, especially in AI and sustainable development. Next year, in April, we are going to have in Santiago de Chile the third meeting of presidents, an event that will count on the participation of the American Society of Radiotherapy, ASTRO, which reinforces the perception of the importance and legitimacy of our movement. Finally, I would like to register an acknowledgement to all of the people who in the last 8 years, direct or indirectly, have contributed for the development of this concept, as well as the practical aspects that today allow for the functioning of the federation. I would like also to thank the institutional support, not only for the president, but also extend to all of the partners whose protagonism of every country make possible that today we celebrate the formal construction of Solar. If the audience has any question, please use the chat. Some questions may be answered by the presidents or via the channels. As mentioned, the representation of the societies are the essence of our society. Now, let's hear each one of the presidents of the national societies that are part of this initiative, starting with Sartro from Argentina. And I invite Dr. Jorge Palacio for his intervention. Thank you very much for the presentation. Good evening, everyone. From the Society of Argentina, we received this initiative with a lot of enthusiasm, commitment, and hope. In a context in which the challenges in health are more and more complex, bringing efforts together is not only an option, but also a need. Argentina will always be an active actor in the strengthening of radiotherapy in Latin America. And speaking about Argentina in this project means three important pillars that have been the basis, such as Dr. Ferraris, Dr. Fernanda Yabarques, and Dr. Yarcarzas. They are from Argentina that will keep you on this project. This society represents a lot more than a professional membership. This represents a collective dream and a vision, a common vision of a medicine that transcends borders. We feel very proud of being part of this project, and we reassure our commitment with excellence and continuous training, as well as the welfare of our patients. I believe that today we take a stronger step towards a more united society, united by by radiotherapy in Latin America. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jorge. And now I invite from Brazil, Dr. Gustavo Nademarta. I believe he will speak in Portuguese. Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure, huge pleasure, to be here today in this historical moment for radiotherapy in Latin America. And this is a moment of reflection and a moment that we are harvesting the fruits of a collective effort of all of the societies in a structured fashion, which now founds Solar. This project symbolizes the union of strength, or the union of efforts for radiotherapy in our region, as well as more access and equity to access to our uh, capacity in a global fashion. The Brazilian Society of Radiotherapy feels very happy for being able to participate as an active member of Solar. I invite you all to come together and join efforts in the projects, because I'm sure that at the end, we all, doctors, professionals in health, and especially patients, will take advantage of structured actions that come through Solar. So good night, everyone. And let's move on, because we still have a lot of work to be done. Thank you, Gustavo. And now I would like to invite Dr. Hernan de Chile. Hello, good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Chilean Society of Radiotherapy, Suchira, I would like to express our great honor of being part of the foundation of Solar, where our former president, Dr. Carvajal, has been very active in its promotion, and I continue with this legacy, walking on the footsteps of these great predecessors. We share challenges and capacities, and this is essential to strengthen radiotherapy and increase its reach not only to our patients, but also to be able to reach interest groups where this message can reach. We would like to commit ourselves to share our knowledge and collaborate, and invite you all to the meetings of presidents that will take place in Santiago del Chile next year. Thank you. Thank you, Hernan. And now the representative from Costa Rica, Dr. Javier Hernandez, president of ACOR. Javier, good evening, everyone. Uh, on behalf of our society, it's an honor to be part of the solar launch, and I would like to thank Dr. Ramirez, who was the first one to join the events, and today she is part of this society. And this project is a project that has a clear objective, which is to consolidate international exchange in the fight against cancer. Radiotherapy is a pillar for societies, and the societies need to ensure that they provide service with quality that is equal in terms of reach. The creation of a society like this becomes a strategic opportunity to join efforts among countries, foster collaborative innovation, and generate policies to meet the needs of our patients that are our main objective. Costa Rica joins this effort with the conviction that only by joining knowledge and efforts we can reach the goals that we share. We hope that everybody can join efforts so that we can grow more as a region. Thank you, Javier. And now from Colombia, President Acro, Dr. Lina Loaises. Well, good evening, everyone. Received the presidency after Dr. Hubalidia, and he left me a task which was meetings to germinate the possibility of creation of solar. And I remember that in this moment, we had a lot of presidents that it was time to consolidate what we have always wanted, which was to strengthen Latin America and show everything that we do. And from that point on, we kept having meetings and facing the challenges, but always with a vision and something in common. We had these two meetings that helped us to ensure our efforts of creating solar. But the most important to us to understand that when we put our efforts together, we grow a lot more, not as individual per people, but as a society. This helps us to be a more influent region, and sometimes people wonder if we have the economical capacity and political capacity, but I believe that when we create this togetherness, will be able to talk to other societies that can help us. It is important as the Society of Colombia of Radiotherapy. For us, this is a historical moment, not only for the colleagues of Colombia, but also from Latin America. And I believe that this could be a game changer in radiotherapy. This also makes all of our specialists who are not part of the societies in the regions can join us, because the fact that you are part of the society of a society already makes you a member of Solar. I believe that this is going to bring a lot of positive initiatives in which every country and every professional will find the space so that they can share knowledge, have collaboration, and also have personal growth. From Colombia, we reassure our commitment of providing knowledge, bringing our experience, and also with a lot of humility, because what we want is to have results in the long run, because this is the seed for everything that we are building. Radiotherapy is the most cost-effective therapy against cancer, and this is what should be our motto. This is our mission and our responsibility. I thank you all who are connected, all of those from the Columbia Society of Radio Therapy, and all of the other societies for allowing this dream to become our reality. And I hope that this union of radiotherapy strengthens not only our societies, but also the patients who can have access to this treatment. Thank you very much. Back. So, Andres, our representative from Ecuador doesn't have a society yet. I mean, Ecuador doesn't have a society yet, but we have somebody here who is very much involved with all of the movement. Could you tell us a few words, Andres? Of course. What is the feeling that we have about solar? Well, we know that we are one uh, country in Latin America, and our goal is to make radiotherapy known. We want to carry out studies about sensitivity because we know that patients that have indications for this treatment should take advantage of it. And this is what we want for our region. Here in Ecuador, uh, we have taken important steps for the creation of our society. Today, we already have a temporal guideline, which has the leadership of Dr. Pontes, so that in a very near future we can have a legalized society. And I am sure that with this guideline of the society, then we will be able to have a full interaction with all of the national necessary documentation. So thank you very much for all of the effort that is being employed. Thank you very much, Andres. I'm very thankful for the initiative of Ecuador. And now I would like to invite Dr. Escudero from the Dominican Republic. Hello, good evening. And thank you, Arthur, for the presentation. The Dominican Republic as a country is happy and honored to be here tonight as part of this movement. Solar will be an essential platform to share experiences and good practices. We are committed to support with enthusiasm and constant effort. I would like to take this time to thank our colleagues, Nelia Cruz, who has been in this movement since the beginning and who will carry on the destiny of our society. Finally, I would like to invite you all to come to our country with solar, and so that we can host this live event, the next live event, please. Thank you. Thank you, Enrique. What a great invitation, huh? Well, now I would like to invite Dr. Luis Alberto Contreras from Mexico, President of Somera. Luis, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I would like to acknowledge all of the Mexicans who have had the idea of founding Solar. Solar is an idea that is amazing. It's the creation of the voice, of the image of all of the doctors and oncologists, radiologists of Latin America. It was very important that we be represented and that we could work together, all of us, as a single society without any borders that work for the growth of all of our society, for the benefits of our patients. There are no barriers, there are divisions. The truth is, what we have is a lot more in common than we can imagine. So, in truth, this is a strength that will bear fruits. This is something really historical. Solar and the growth of solar will bring benefits to all of us Mexicans, as well as all of our brothers and sisters from Latin America. Mexico celebrates this moment that is historical for all of the Latin American societies of radiotherapy. So solar will be very important to foster scientific investigation in the region. All of Latin America has a lot to contribute. We all have a lot of knowledge that we can share as a group, and so that everybody can benefit. Everyone in Mexico are happy to work together with enthusiasm, responsibility in this collective project that is not just of one, but of all. In fact, congratulations to everyone and count on us. Thank you. Thank you very much, Luis. And now I would like to hear the society, Dr. Christian Vargas del Rio from SRP. Good evening, everyone. And when we received this invitation by Dr. Karina Bayun, one of the things that she told us the most to, was she said we should support solar. When we started to learn more about the nature of the movement and the ways and potentialities that could derive, we started to understand that this is an important momentum. And as an important momentum, the benefit of our expertise as for our continent, we are thinking about our patients. We have basically the same scenarios with different people, the same problems, the same limitations, but also we share something. We share the same enthusiasm and the same desire to save no effort so that we can work together for the welfare of people. In this sense, the Society of Radiotherapy of Peru would like to salute all of our colleagues from Latin America, reassuring the importance of this movement. We know that Solar should strengthen investigations and education, strengthening and benefiting our patients, our societies, and our colleagues from Peru are already benefiting with the creation of solar, and we are committed to help actively in this movement. Thank you very much. Thank you, Christian. And now from Paraguay, the president of SPOR, Dr. Hector Delgado Lopez. Good evening, everyone. From Paraguay. To me, it's an honor and a pleasure to be the spokesman of all of our members, happy with the creation of Solar. The name Solar inspires the sun, the light, and also inspires hope. For Paraguay, it symbolizes the union of strengths for the health that we all want. I don't want to repeat what my colleagues have said before me. I agree 100% how we feel in regards to collaboration, which is key for the development of scientific activities, eh, and that we are all ready for talks. But I would like to talk very quickly about my country. We have invested a lot in technology, human resources. We also have human resources. We also have a lot of desire. Our need, which I believe many of my colleagues agree, is our issue is the access, especially to the most humble population. In Paraguay, the radiotherapy centers are all centralized. There is only one center that is far from the capital. All of the others are they are all private. We have another one that is about 30 kilometers from the capital. So back to the fundamental point that brings us together, human resources, we have desire to work, we have, but what we also need from you in terms of collaboration, and I believe that some countries will join efforts with us. So we are with a lot of hope, and I want to hear the proposals hear experiences. I am sure that together we can reach further. To me, it's an honor as representatives of the Paraguayan society to be part of the launching of Solar. Good night, good evening, good night, and thank you. Thank you, Hector. And now we have Dr. Manuela Lucas from Uruguay, the president of Surco. Good evening. Uruguay would like to greet everyone in this event that sets the birth of Solar. We believe in the power of cooperation to overcome barriers and common challenges. Our commitment that we are going to collaborate actively so that this federation grows and be strong. Thank you very much and good night. Thank you very much, Dr. Manuela, and from Venezuela, the president of the Venezuelan Society of Radiotherapy, Dr. Maria Vichegas. Please, the floor is yours, ma'am. Thank you very much, Arthur, for your presentation. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Venezuelan Society of Oncological Radiotherapy celebrates the creation of Solar, a space that will allow for greater discussion and exchange among scientific societies composed by countries of the regions that will strengthen our societies, but also our patients. Thank you very much and welcome everyone and good night. Thank you, Maria. And we would really like to thank all of the presidents and colleagues who have shared their inspiring words. Solar is, above all, an expression of the strength of our regions, as well as the capacity of working together in the benefit of our patients, as well as radiotherapy. We invite you all to follow our initiatives on the official website, which we share the web page www.solarlatam.org. So www.solarlatam.org. This is only the beginning of a long walk together. And with that, I close the launching ceremony of Solar. I would like to thank all of the presidents, all of the societies, all of the members, everyone who was connected. Thank you very much and good night. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.